The interesting thing about that is, all that whole, I'd hate to even bring up the name of it, but that whole 50 Shades of Grey thing, and how, that was so shocking to, 90% of the population, and the housewives kind of embraced it, and they were like, this is so crazy and wild, and they just thought it was so, and then, I think you kind of nailed it right there when you said it's just very much the tip of the iceberg, but it's just so over the top, and I think your books obviously are much more realistic in terms of what may or may not go on in the kink world. But I just think even my friends are like, this whole scene is just too much for them.
And that's fine. It's not for everybody. It really isn't, and I don't want it to be for everybody. You don't, it would lose a lot of its charm if my parents were in it, or my sister, or whatever. It's like, no, I don't want to. I know a couple, and her sister, the wife's sister, is into kink too, and she goes to parties with them and gets like naked and ties up, and I don't want to see that. I love my family. I don't want any part of that, but yeah, it happens. Isn't that crazy? Oh my God. That's the kind of stuff that freaks me out. It's not like, sadism, like hardcore sadism or whatever. It's like just even bondage with your sister around is just. So yeah, it's not for everybody. That's fine. But yeah, the thing with 50 Shades versus my stuff is, I think that book is way more in the realm of fantasy than mine are, and that's fine. Like Christian Grey, if he were real dominant, would probably get kicked out of most clubs. He's really terrible. Like what I've read, he's really terrible at it. He doesn't listen to her when she says no and stuff. I mean that would get you kicked out of a club in a heartbeat if you ignored a safe word, or if the sub said I'm not into this and you did it anyway. So. But people have that fantasy. Women have a lot of the fantasy of like being tied up and used, or a lot of women have rape fantasies, and that's okay, and it's okay to write about it, and it's okay to read about it. But again, you just don't treat it like a how-to novel or a how-to book. It's not non